All right, so step one, we're gonna take our B Square bronzer brush and we're gonna focus on the more stubby side of it, and we're gonna dab it into the first color in our compact, which is our darker highlight shade. And we're just gonna lightly dab that into there until we feel like we get some color on the bristles. And then we're gonna start to stipple it on our face. And this is a very light coat. This first step is a very light coat. This is basically just to cancel out any redness that we have on our skin and to balance out that skin tone. So if you can tell, on this side I have my, my first highlight color in a very thin layer, and it's already starting to balance out that redness. And honestly, it did not take a lot of color on my brush. However, I am going to re-dip my brush because I want to have enough for the other side. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. With that darker highlight color, we are lightly stippling our brush onto our face wherever we see redness, and we wanna cancel that out. Again, this is the step that might be extra for some of you. This is the step that is just to balance out and cancel out redness and to balance your skin tone. However, it may not be your only all over color. So if you are canceling out redness, then you more than likely have a step two of another highlight color that we're about to use. So go ahead and keep stippling that color on until you feel like you have canceled out all of your redness. It does not need to be thick because we are gonna go on with a different color for coverage. So just go ahead and make sure you have your redness under control, and then we'll do step two. Okay, with step two, we're going to take the same brush and we are gonna dab it into highlight color number two. And same thing, we're gonna do the same motion, the same stippling effect. If you're one of those who feel like this second highlight is the one that matches your neck the best, then you more than likely will add this color to more of the surface of your face. However, if you're just using this color to enhance brightness under the eyes and the cheekbone, then you can stipple that color only along the jawline and the under the eye area, and you can leave the warmth in the other areas where you cancel out your redness. But for those of you who have redness and we are going in with a way darker shade and you have applied that all over, you are gonna wanna apply your second color all over. And the good thing about this makeup is it is made and designed to create a second layer skin. So it isn't supposed to feel heavy at all, and a little does go a long way. So I just added barely any of that second highlight color that was in my compact to the side of my face, and if you can tell, it matches my skin tone a little bit better than the other side, which is just a little bit shade darker. So we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. We're gonna dab our brush into that color and along the jawline, under the eyes, and I am pressing it and feathering it to create that coverage all over. And I'm even priming my eyes with it because this color is going to help prime the eyes for the eyeshadow and helps keep it on longer, as well as go on smoother. And plus it's always fun to start with a blank canvas. Okay, so once you get your desired coverage, then you're ready for contouring. All right, for contouring, we're gonna take our detailed hat brush. There are two ways you can contour. If you want a precise line, you can start with the small side and just gently sweep it into your contour color and then apply it to the hollows of your cheek by brushing a line upward to the top of that hairline, right where the top of the ear is. Or you can sweep this flat side of the brush into your contour color and then stamp a line on, going upward and then blending upward to create the shadow as well. So there's two different ways, and I'll just show you this way. We're gonna sweep the color into our contour, and then we are going to find the edge of our eye and our cheekbone, and we really just want to concentrate that color going from right about here to the edge of the eye up towards the top of the ear. So I'm not going to go any further in. We want to think of lifting our cheekbones on our face. So if you can tell, this right here is where I want my shadow to be created. I'm also going to create a line here and along that jawline, which I like to tell my customers to be sure to, if you forget, to remember it's like a backwards 3. So it's shaded in here on the hairline, up towards the top of the ear, right in the hollows of the cheek, and then on that jawline. And be sure to blend it down because no one wants a really harsh line right there. Now all of our colors are buildable, so feel free to, if this is too light for your liking, then feel free to keep adding a sweep of that color onto the desired location, and then just blend and keep adding. That is the beauty of mascara. Our colors are designed to be buildable. So if you feel like this is a day look, but you are going from day and transitioning to an evening wear, then you can absolutely add more contour and give it more of a, an enhanced chiseled look. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side real quick, and then we will move on to lips and cheek. Another thing is our contour can also be used for brows and nose contouring, as well as outlining the lips for an extra fuller pout. So there are a lot of fun things this makeup allows you to do with just minimal in your compact. So I shaded my backwards 3 on both sides, and now we're ready for lip and cheek. Okay, for lip and cheek, a little goes a long way, again with our colors, so be sure to lightly dab the more dense side of your B-Square bronzer brush into your cheek color, just very lightly. And then if you are one of those girls who prefer your cheek color on the apples of your cheek only, then I suggest you pat that color there and just gently blend up a little to give you that rosy glow. But honestly, I love mine right along that contour line, so I'm just gonna show you this way for now, but I'm gonna lightly press that color right above that contour line going upwards, and I'm blending it now up towards the top of the ear. And that right there should give you a little bit of a pinch of pink, but still look pretty natural. If you want a darker color and you want it to have a little bit more of a bold cheek, then I encourage you to keep adding, because like I said, all of our colors are buildable and you can definitely make that more of a bold pink on your cheek without having to change colors. You just keep adding the same color and blending it out, and it will still feel like you have no makeup on, but it has enhanced that color, giving you a more defined cheekbone. And then we'll do the other side, the same thing, right in the same spot. And then I sometimes like to flip my brush and blend it up to help smooth out that application of color. If I feel like I've put a little bit on too fast, too soon, then I can blend it out better without having to blend with what has the color left on it. So I'll flip it and then blend it upward, just like that. Okay, and then for lips, we have an amazing multitasker brush, or you can use your finger, whatever, or if you have a lip brush that's one of your favorites, then you can do that too. But I like to just, sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I'll sweep my finger into my cheek color, and I just swipe it on my lips, just like that. And then if I really want to enhance that color, I can contour my lips with my contour color as well, using that multitasker brush I just mentioned. Okay, if you are one of those that has a lighter highlight that is meant for brightening, or if you are one of my girls who had the two highlights at the beginning, one was canceling out redness and the other one was balancing out your skin tone. You can use highlight number 2 in your compact or highlight number 4 in your compact, depending on which one you are, for this step here. So let's act like we just canceled out all of our redness and we went in with our highlight number 2. Then we contoured. Then we did the cheeks and lips. Let's go back in with highlight number 2 in your compact and lightly dab this brush, B-square brush, into your highlight number 2 and just start to apply it right under the eyes with like a dabbing motion. Once you have it placed where you would like to have that brightening effect, I also like to put it under the contour, but we may have to add that in a second. But once you apply it under the eyes where you like the brightening effect, then you start to fan that color out. Be sure to give your brush a good swirl on a paper towel or a dry towel in between your cheek application and this step if you're using the same brush, because you do not want to make under your eyes pink. So keep that in mind if you are doing that extra step. So I'm just lightly patting under the eyes with highlight number 2 in my compact. Now I'm going to go back in, and if you can tell, I'm pressing. I'm not covering up my cheek color, but I am making sure there's no harsh lines. So I'm going to go back into my compact, and with highlight number 2, I'm going to go right under that contour right there, and then I'm just blending that down. That gives that contour color a chance to pop a little bit more, and it also helps minimize that harsh line if you had one. Okay, so that is our 4 steps. If you feel like you have excess color on your skin, meaning like excess cream, then this side of the brush is great for blending. So be sure to utilize it, because less is more with Maskcara Beauty. And yeah, that's your 4 colors in your compact. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm always happy to help. And don't forget, there are some other fun things that you can do with the contour colors. You can contour your eyebrows just by taking an angle brush and filling them out, or even on your lips and nose. All right.